So, hi. I'm really not good at videos or this kind of stuff, so bear with me. But anyway, I was just watching this documentary on YouTube, and it was about pro-anorexias, and I am disgusted with it. Like, I never really feel passionately, like, about a lot of stuff. Like, I'm more of a, oh, everyone do your own kind of thing, like, whatever the fuck you want, but this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know anyone who would ever want this life or anything near it. As I know personally, I know a lot of other girls too who do have eating disorders would never in a million years wish any of this shit upon someone else. So I don't know why so many girls have to wish it upon themselves. In the videos, they were literally saying, oh, eating disorders, they're a lifestyle, they're not a disease. And these girls are sick in some sort of way, but like, they don't get the fact that people out there really are hurting. Like, it's not a way to lose weight. That's not what they are, and that's how you can tell the difference, I guess. They're a coping mechanism, and it's when everything in your life is just kind of spiraling and you have no control over anything, and you're hurting and you don't know what else to do, and you have no self-worth, and you have no idea what to do anymore. And so you say, oh, I can control this. I can control something. I can make my life better. I can choose what to eat. I can choose what not to eat. I can throw up if I want to. I can do anything. And then once you start throwing up, that becomes addicting. And then girls who take laxatives, you get addicted to those too. Diuretics, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not a game. And I know for sure that people don't really get to see that side. They don't. They see, oh, I'm gonna be skinny. Yeah, just wait till your hair is falling out in handfuls. Because, I mean, I know for me, I used to have long hair, long curls, and it's starting to grow back, but I would brush my hand through my hair, and I would just get a handful every time, and it was scary. I couldn't think, I couldn't process anything. Like, my therapist calls it losing my cognitive ability. My memory shot, like, it still is a lot of the time. Like, it's still taking a very long time to get back, and sometimes I'm afraid I never will get it back. And I don't know, my speech gets impaired in ways because I can't think of words correctly, and it's not something you want. Like, I would never change it because I know that in some way, like, it's just how my life has to go. So I would never do it differently if I had some sort of choice for it. But I would never have chosen it in the first place, if that makes any sense. Like, I never would have said, oh, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to stop eating. No. That's not how it works. I said, I'm worthless, so I don't deserve this food. I don't deserve to eat because I mean nothing. If I was dead, nothing would change. No one would care. Stuff like that. Like, I think about times where I was sick. Like, I didn't even know I was sick. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me. I was too fat. I didn't deserve help. I didn't need help, I thought, but I did. And now I still have trouble admitting it. And even when I was offered outpatient help, well, I was recommended by my therapist to begin it, I said no, I'm going to be the fattest one there. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be around those girls. I don't want to have to think about it. And I didn't do it, and I regret it. I feel like I could have made a lot more progress, and I wouldn't be on the verge of lapsing or relapsing or whatever goes on in my head all the time. Because every day is a fight to get better. Like, every morning you wake up and you think, oh, I haven't eaten anything today. Like, is this worth it? Like, I can not eat today. Like, it doesn't have to mean anything. I don't have to battle anymore. I could just not eat and everything will be okay. But that's not how it really goes, is it? Like, that's not how it works. But in some ways, when it's controlling your brain, that's how it works. Like, I remember days where there was one time I didn't eat for 4 days, and then I came home and I passed out, and so I was like, oh shit, maybe I should just eat a little something, maybe I should just have something, just so, I don't know, calm myself. So I did, and then I freaked out, and so I went on a run, and then I was in my woods, my sacred woods, my wonderful nature, where my eating disorder tainted it for me. And it's like, oh, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, I'm too tired to run, so I'll just start throwing up. So I started throwing up in the woods. And then I ran again, and then I passed out. And it was just one big, long cycle. And it wasn't even like I binged, I had toast or something, or yogurt, I don't remember exactly. But it consumes your mind, it consumes everything. Like, I've been eating somewhat normally. I haven't really been restricting since the beginning of the new year. I've had, of course, lapses and all that kind of stuff, but I'm doing better than I have in a long time, and I'm proud of myself for that. I really am. Even if I don't always like it, or I don't always want it, I still try, and I work hard for it. I really do. Like, it's a constant battle in your brain, always, but you just gotta keep pushing it off. But still, I'll always use knives to eat yogurt so I can just eat it on the tip, or I use the smallest spoon possible to make it last longer. There's still distorted habits that I just can't get rid of yet. I don't know if I will. It's just how I live my life right now. But I mean, I'm trying. But back to the other topic, I don't get how these girls can't see the actual suffering that goes on here. It's not beautiful at all. It's not fun to have cold limbs constantly, or to pass out and just lay down. It's not fun to not be able to stand in the shower. I couldn't stand in the shower for months upon months and just kind of lay there. It's not fun to be so depressed that you just want to die. It's not fun. It's not glamorous. It's not great. It's painful. And it kills. It really does. Especially because so many girls aren't getting help. And even boys. A lot of boys aren't either. Because I know eating disorders are always associated with girls. But that doesn't mean boys can't have them too. I mean, look at wrestlers. Even just look at other boys who just are in pain and they don't know any other way to do it. And it's not sorry, I'm so bad with words. It's not something that could ever be conceived of as a good time. It's to get all the negative whirling thoughts out of your head out. And it's addicting, and it's scary at the same time, because you know you're never gonna stop until someone makes you. You know that the routines are just gonna be there. I would weigh myself close to 35 times a day. And I mean, that's gotten better. Sometimes I'm on twice, sometimes once, sometimes every other day, and it's still way too much. It should be maybe once a week at most. I still freak out over water weight, even though I know it's water weight, but I still believe I gained 10 pounds from eating that big lunch. I still count calories most of the time, but I'm trying, and that's the difference. But everyone needs help, and I mean, these girls do too. They need to know, like, they need to understand that this isn't for fun. I mean, it's different for all sorts of people. Some girls are naturally skinny and they get sick because things in their life hurt. You don't tell them, oh, you were never fat, so why do you have an eating disorder? It makes no sense. Like, that's just the wrong way of thinking about it. There's such a horrible idea of eating disorders in the community. They're not because we see skinny models and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it doesn't help because you're comparing yourselves to them constantly, but it's not because of that. It helps it along, but it's not because of that. Like, okay, you see this book? This book I would read for fun. This was fun for me. Just reading and thinking, and look at this. I don't know how well you can see it, but just look at all of the foods, and there's fast food. And before I ate anything, I would just look through this book and I would count. And then I change my meal plan and I count again. I'd plan them out in school, I'd plan them out in diaries. Because I knew if I made a mistake that I don't even know, I would not be in a good place. And that's a scary thought, that food can control you that much. Like, food is a natural thing. Food is food. You need it to survive. But I don't know. I guess I didn't believe I could live without it. I just didn't really care. And a lot of times I don't care, but I'm learning to care. I don't really know where this is going. I guess I'm just trying to make a point that this isn't for fun. This is a losing game. That get help early. Don't let it get bad. I mean, I was one of those girls. I was overweight my entire life. I didn't do it specifically because I wanted to be skinny like all the other girls. I did it because I was scared to live. I still am scared to live in a lot of ways, but I'm getting better. I was scared of disappointing my father. I was scared of never being good enough for anything. I was just in a bad place. And I found one way to control it. And that control led to destruction. And I was never really in control. I was never in control of what was going on. And I'm starting to learn that now. Sometimes my brain just shuts off when I'm in the middle of speaking. I can see all these other girls out there. These beautiful little girls. Like, my little cousin is 11. When she was about 9, this is around when I started getting sicker. She comes to me and she says, "Becky, I don't want to wear this bathing suit. I look fat in this bathing suit." And I was like, "You're 9. You're 9, Gabby. What's going on? Like, how? You're still a little girl. Like, why do you feel this way?" And it just scares me. It really does. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen to these kids. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Because what do I have now? Yeah, I lost 60 plus pounds. Yeah, I lost weight. I wasn't as skinny as I wanted to be. I wasn't as skinny as I could have been. I gained weight back with recovery, but I wasn't just gaining weight, I was gaining more life. I mean, I'm not fat. I still look in the mirror and see myself as fat. Like, my dysmorphia hasn't gotten better yet. But one day it will. And I hope that if I do want to change anything, I would do it the healthy way. Because habits stick. And you can deal with the problems, and you can fix the problems, but you still gotta fix your habits too. And you gotta fix what's really wrong. And that's the hardest part, probably. But yeah, okay. I guess this is just a little point on my life, because this is pretty much really, really hard for me to talk about, ever. Like, face to face with any person, I can't do it. I try, but I pretty much just start crying every time I do. But I guess it's easier to talk to an inanimate object than it is another living human being. Okay, I guess just some stuff to think about. Just any girls out there who think that you need to lose weight to be beautiful, you don't. You're already beautiful. For any girls who think that eating disorders are a diet, they're not diet. once you get it, you're stuck. And once you start, it's really hard to stop. Trust me. I trust a lot of other girls that it's gonna hurt. And you don't want it. And you don't want to be associated with it because that's who you become. You become the eating disorder. You aren't a person anymore. I lost all of me, and I'm trying to build myself back up again and become who I used to be a little bit, but I don't even remember who I used to be before this. My mind is so stuck on what it was for me, just counting when I wake up and counting before I go to bed, weighing myself, numbers, and that's not what life is. It's not gonna last forever, even less if you don't get help. So I guess this is just something to think about. So I hope I didn't make too much of a fool of myself, and I hope maybe someone listens, and I hope someone gets help.